Was this the right move for Johnny?
It absolutely was. Skip, it seems like his NFL dreams of getting right back immediately was not taking traction. So in order for him to show the league that he still can play quarterback, he needed to go to another viable option.
Yep.
Because just like anything, if you don't use it, you lose it. So he last threw a pass in 2015. So if he doesn't throw one in 2016, didn't throw one in 2017, he misses all of 2018. Skip, the likelihood of him getting back to the NFL was not very good. If he goes to Canada, plays like he thinks he can play, keeps his nose clean, both literally and figuratively, Skip, I think the NFL says, okay, we've seen enough. We'd be willing to give this young man an opportunity. He just has to go up there and show. He's going to the right system. June Jones, run and shoot. June Jones said he was the first to offer Johnny a scholarship when he was at SMU. So June Jones is a very good offensive mind, has some success in the NFL. I think this is an ideal situation. I absolutely think this was the right decision for Johnny Manziel. Go show that you can still play the quarterback position, although it's in Canada. A lot of guys have gone to Canada, come back down here and played. Cameron Wake started off in Canada.
He did.
Canada. Joe Theismann went to Canada. So there have been guys to go to Canada, come back, and show they could. Warren Moon, who's probably the most famous Canadian alum as far as that football league goes. So this was absolutely the right move, Skip.
I agree. I still believe in Johnny as a football player, but I can no longer trust Johnny as a person. And he had a recent incident with over-medication. I don't know what happened, but it was another thing that happened.
Right.
So now Johnny has a 2-year commitment to Hamilton, which is about 45 minutes outside of Toronto, town of about 700,000. But he's got a 2-year commitment to show the NFL he can turn back into Johnny football and turn away from Johnny Kardashian, that it kid, you know, the kid who's out every night in West Hollywood. And it's a long season, man, because it goes all from June 1st all the way into November. And it's a long time to be away from your new house here in the L.A. area.
New wife.
Yeah, new wife. I don't know. Boy,
She coming.
I hope so, for their sake. But to your point, Warren Moon went to Canada first, which I covered Warren Moon when he was at University of Washington, and I just could not believe the NFL would reject him. But he went up there and said, watch this, and he made it to the Hall of Fame.
Right.
And Joe Theismann went up there and said, watch this, because they thought he was just kind of some punt returner, you know, like some utility player. And he did win a Super Bowl, did Joe Theismann. And Doug Flutie started in the NFL briefly and flamed out, and went up and came back and made a Pro Bowl. And Jeff Garcia went to Canada, came back and made 4 Pro Bowls. Okay, so you can do this.
Absolutely.
It's a good avenue for Johnny Manziel. In fact, it kind of fits him perfectly.
It forces you to become a better passer because you don't have 4 downs, you got 3.
You got
and more times than not, Skip, they're throwing the football. This also shows me that Johnny Manziel, maybe for the first time, is serious about football because it seemed early on he was more important to things that football could provide for him. Yeah, he was financially set before he got to the NFL. But when you're an NFL player and you go into this club and you go into that party, and it seemed to me that was way more important to Johnny than studying X's and O's and getting ready for a football game.
It was.
So I believe now he knows this is probably his last best chance in order for him to come back to the NFL. I hope, knock on wood, he doesn't squander this opportunity, Skip, because I don't believe if he squanders this opportunity, I don't believe he'll get another chance to play in the NFL.
This is last chance, and it's a tough chance. You have a lot to prove under difficult circumstances, and yet June Jones is the perfect mad scientist for Johnny because Johnny can use his legs as well as his arm.
Right.
In fact, sometimes I think his legs are even more valuable than his arm. Because Johnny, as opposed to some of the other quarterbacks, like Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield can't even run close to what Johnny can. No. Baker moves to create throwing lanes.
Right.
Johnny will move to run for first downs.
And all the guys that you mentioned had legs with the exception of Warren Moon.
That is true.
Jeff Garcia could run.
Well, Warren Moon could move around a little bit.
Warren was more the prototypical pocket passer. But you look at Garcia, you look at Flutie, Joe Theismann, those guys scramble around and can make plays. So this is really an ideal situation for Johnny. I just hope he cashes in and makes the most of it. And when the opportunity presents itself, he's ready to go back to the NFL.
Yeah. I'm pulling for him. I saw him recently, had a long talk with him. He seemed in a really good place, but I don't know from a 45-minute talk or whatever we talked. and yet he looked great. His body was the best I've ever seen it. He looked like he'd even grown a half inch, and he was stout. I think he said he weighed 205. He looked 215-ish to me. So he can take the pounding, and let's see if he can take the off-the-field pounding that he's going to have to go through.
He just has to show he can do it all over again
Yep.
because out of sight, out of mind. They haven't seen him throw a football in a very long time, Skip.
Yep.
And people want to see him throw a football in a situation where there's like actual people trying to hit you, not throwing for someone's pro day or
Yep.
playing in some alliance
true.
football league. This is next to the NFL. This is the best opportunity he's going to get.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.